everybody? Welcome back to Deep in the Bleachers. Y'all, we had a little bit of a hiatus here, so my apologies. But we back, nonetheless, we back. Y'all know the deal. We got myself, Gabe Payne. We got Jeremiah Kroom with the silky do-rag on his dome. We got Dominic Gasper. Bro, the wave every time.
Every single time, man. Tilt to the side, gotta show the hand for real.
I'm weak because he said the hand.
Exactly.
No, not 6'7". I thought we were over
like
this.
6 or 7, though.
God.
Go ahead, intro. Let's go.
This week, again, per usual, we always got NFL for y'all.
Dang.
Wait, what? What you talking about?
Dog.
I did.
No, you didn't.
On God, I did.
Don't do that. Don't say, Dom.
No, on God.
I feel like
on
you were
God.
about to, and then you stopped right before.
Did
You
I?
did.
Okay.
It's okay.
We got Dominic Gasper. My mind was there. I thought I said it, but I think I was laughing at the Jerry.
You're like,
wave.
said we got, and then you said the hand wave gets me every time.
Oh, no. Oh, no. See, it did. It got me right there. We got Dominic Gasper, everybody. And we always got NFL to talk about for y'all because we got Week 11 coming up. NBA, it's kind of crazy. We're already in 1/8 of the way through the NBA season. There's already been more than 10 games played in the NBA season. And then we got huge UFC this weekend as well because we got that boy, Islam Makhachev versus JDM. But first, I kind of want to start things off a little bit here, talking about NFL. Let's get the big one out the way. First kind of big headline of the week before we do a little game breakdown. Brian Daboll getting fired. Brian Daboll, they were, I think it was 0-4 on the road this year in games they led by more than 10 points.
That's crazy.
Right, absolutely wild. And I'm curious everybody's opinion on this because Brian Daboll kind of felt like a player's coach at first. And then all of a sudden, all the mojo just went away. Now it's just dead. So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people support the Daboll firing. I also don't really fully know if it's his fault. So, I'm curious. One of y'all could start this wherever we at, but...
Dom, you got it.
I guess my thought, on when you just look at the situation the Giants have going on, you would think that would just be the most obvious thing to do right now, just because. How many years has he been their coach? Is it 3 now? Is this the year 3?
I think this might be year 4.
Year 4. Okay, so there hasn't been much going on with the Giants, and like you said, I don't know how much blame to actually put on him compared to the GM or just the organization as a whole. But you got to give someone's got to be the scapegoat, I guess, right? I don't know. I don't think. I see what you're saying though. You're talking about how he's a player's kind of coach.
Yeah.
He did kind of give me the vibes of almost like a Dan Campbell. You'd run through a brick wall for the man. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the players do like him, so that is kind of weird grounds when you're firing a coach that players like. But when there's no results, it's kind of hard to keep a guy around, regardless of what's going on in the organization. I would say if I would personally, I wouldn't have fired him, but I can understand why they did fire him.
Before Jeremiah gets into this, one thing that KT, you guys both remember KT, remember my colleague, Dom has, Jeremiah met him, Giants fan. He said the Giants each year have collectively gotten a better roster and their record keeps getting worse. Which until I heard that, I didn't really think about it that way, but it's pretty true. It's pretty true. Except for the fact that, okay, sorry, they lost Saquon Barkley, huge, obviously,
right.
Duh. And they lost Xavier McKinney too, but the D-line has been much better than it was when Daboll first got there. The O-line is just the same, if not better than it was when he first got there. You still have Dart. You still have Scadaboo. You still have some guys that you're trying to get in on defense with first-round picks, yet the Giants never got better.
Right.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. I feel like with Daboll, the thing about it, you could argue that he needs at least another year or two, especially with Dart now. But you could also argue that the GM is just as much to blame as Dayball. Like you said, Gabe, he let Saquon go, which like yeah, of course, hindsight like Saquon, you let him go to a Super Bowl team. Like, of course, you did right by Saquon. But the fact that he went to a division rival and won the Super Bowl the next year, and now that Daniel Jones is actually playing like a top 10 quarterback when everybody thought last year that he would be like out of the league, like legit out of the league.
He was on the Vikings practice squad.
He was on the practice squad, and like, mind you, like that's an opportunity with Kevin O'Connell. Like, he's a great head coach, but at the same time, like these players are going to places and having great continuations of their careers, which you can't necessarily blame that on Brian Daboll because he's doing the best with what he has. Granted, he's losing games he should win. Those 4 games, those 3 or 4 games that he lost by double digits, they were projected like 90 plus win percentage at the time that they had the lead. So like, mind you can't finish a game, but you also don't have Neighbors, you don't have Scatterboo. You weren't really projected to have a good year anyways, and there's still potential on the team. So like, it's like it's granted he's losing 2/3 of his career games. Like he's only won 20 career games in 4 years. It's not,
Yeah,
Stinky.
but
that's
you don't have much to work with, and you're trying to build something. I feel like he should have been given a little bit more time, probably a year or two, but at the same time, like it was a chip that was going down anyway. So
Like Brian Dable, the big thing, like I said, is just like the players coach aspect. But yeah, man, I didn't even think about all the players he's had that have succeeded in other situations, and like all of the guys. I mean, you talked about Saquon left. Like a lot of this is just the GM's fault, low key.
right.
Like
yeah,
Joe Schoen made horrible moves.
it's
How
an
long-
iconic
Like,
video. It's an iconic video of their owner saying he would be sick if Saquon went to the Eagles. The GM's just like,
he's like, oh yeah, buddy, I got bad news. I gotta
How long
bring.
how long has he had that job, the GM?
Joe
at
Schoen.
least
I don't know if
Dayball's had it, right?
probably. Let me actually look this up. I think it's like
feel like
maybe
it's been there
longer.
longer than Daboll has.
The Giants do have like that like they have guys that are hurt. They have like talent that's like this
Yeah,
team's
absolutely,
on the verge
absolutely.
eventually. It kind of gives me hints of when Mark Jackson got fired and Steve Kerr came in and kind of just team. He kind of took the fruits of someone else's labor and elevated it when it was like on the up already.
Yeah,
Like, they bring another coach in and they get all the praise for
Yeah.
what their coach kind of put together.
Yeah.
Kind of be the Giants, bro. I could kind of be the Giants.
Schoen and Dable both came in the same year in 2022.
yeah.
So
that's
this
what
was
I thought.
both.
They haven't made any GM.
This was both of their 4th years. They both came in at the same time, and then that was the year that the Giants became the surprise playoff team, beat the Vikings, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like,
Fire one, you got to fire both, to be honest.
and like, I know it's not like actually serious, but I do think it's kind of funny that like Joe Schoen asked his kids like, who do you think we should draft, and his son was like, we should go get Jaden Daniels, and he was completely right. Even though Jaden's been hurt a lot this year, who did they pick instead of Jaden Daniels?
Neighbors.
Was it really Neighbor? Oh, okay. If it was Malik
Granted, it was
Neighbors,
still a good pick. Like,
if it was Malik Neighbors, great pick.
granted,
Still,
like, it was trades and stuff like that that made Joe Schoen look bad. Like, he hasn't had bad drafts. The last couple of drafts, they built great great cores through their drafts. It's just like I feel like in the GM position, you have a bit more. Obviously, you have a bit more control over the organization, but you have a bit more leniency because it's a higher position and it's a more stressful position than a head coach. Like people think, like, oh, I can find a head coach. I can go to college and find a good head coach. Like finding a GM is harder. So I get it, but like it was more of a GM issue than a head coach issue for sure.
hopefully they don't try to poach our guy Matt Patricia. If the one this year doesn't work out,
Not
he
because
gotta
he doesn't
stay,
need to
bro.
go. He doesn't need the NFL. He has
Bro,
a
how long
perfect
is
career in college.
I know that's a little off topic, but how long is Stefanski's been around since what, like 2018?
So I think 2018 was still Freddie Kitchens. I think, or maybe even Greg Williams at that point. I think that was Greg Williams was 2018. I think Stefanski's been around since 2019 or 2020. Let me fact check that too, but it's definitely been since
It's crazy
2019 or 2020.
how teams like view like how long do you let a guy go until it's too long?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we said,
for sure.
going into year 4 for Dable, and he was it 19 or 20.
It was 20. He got hired in 2020.
So 2 more full years. So this is his 6th year then with the Browns. Okay, yeah. So that's interesting because you would think like, all right, especially with the start the Browns are having. I know this is a little off topic, but you'd think it's like it's kind of time to move on. You know,
I'm ready for bro to be gone. I'm ready for bro to be gone. Also, like, oh my god, I'm not even. I hate Dylan Gabriel.
Also, I
Whole-
was gonna ask that,
whole
right?
different.
So when Joe Flacco, and like everybody knows this, but when Joe Flacco was the quarterback, Dylan Gabriel was taking first team reps because they want him to develop, right? They want him to develop. Now, Shador is clearly your backup, and he's also a rookie who you pick 2 rounds later. You obviously would want him to develop, right? So it makes
You
no
think
sense that
I talked about this
he's not
yesterday,
even
by
in
the
the
way.
plan.
Yeah. So I talked about this like a bunch. I've been talking about it crazy, but I think people are starting to think like, oh, is Shooter just ass? It's like, no, he's not just ass. He could have gone anywhere from top 3 to early second round was people's opinion. Like they didn't know where it was going to be, but it was top 3 to early second round on talent for every day up until probably 2 weeks before the draft, right? And then now he's in there, and it's a weird spot because like Deshaun Watson might come off the PUP. If he comes off the PUP, then Shadur's window for starting games is like even smaller because like we're gonna have to play Deshaun. So like next week is week what 11, right?
12, I'm pretty sure.
Week 11. If it's week 11
Yeah.
and Sean Watson comes back in week 14, theoretically, after we activate his practice window, he comes healthy. Like, where's the Shadur development chance room? Like, because we know Dylan Gabriel's starting next week. So there's none, right? He said there is none. Then the owner comes out and he's like, well, we want to see what we got. And it's like, okay, well, can we see what we got, please? Like, he's right there. Like, can we see him?
When Shador plays, it's not going to be like he has a full week of practice. I feel like it'll be like Dylan Gabriel's throwing 2 picks at halftime, and it's like, let's throw Shador in there.
I was gonna ask, so like, do you think there's a chance, right? Week 17, week 18, obviously chances of going to the playoffs are diminished. Dylan Gabriel goes out in the first half and doesn't do good. Do you think there's a chance that they turn to Shadur and just be like, yo, just like do anything to make the crowd feel good?
You know what would be the most like Shadur ever thing to do? I don't think he would do this, but if it was college Shadur, if that happened, I feel like he'd be like, "Nah, I don't even want to play." He'd be like, "Yeah, I waited 16 weeks,
Yeah.
Now
17 weeks.
I can
I'm
see
not taking it."
where they don't prepare him for the start, but I could see him. I see him coming in like halfway through a game. Like I kind of see that being where he comes. I don't know when it'll be, but
Also, I have a real quick topic. We can go. I want to go off topic for this because I think it's hilarious.
We've been off topic. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have been off topic, so whatever. Dylan Gabriel. So I saw a post on Instagram that Dom sent to me a day after I saw it. And I don't care. If these guys see this clip somewhere and it gets posted, they're going to be like, they stole it. Jeremiah, how many quarterbacks do you think you'd rather have currently than Dylan Gabriel? Just right now, playing in the game, starting the game, how many? How many?
At least 30.
Oh, duh. That's just the starters. I could name you 60 quarterbacks that I'd rather have than Dylan Gabriel in the game right now.
you could probably say. Like I'll take Will Howard over Dylan Gabriel.
Like, and listen to how easy it is. This is why I'm willing to go off topic. It's so easy, too. I bet you I could name 60 in like 2 minutes or less. So, first things first, we'll name all of the starting quarterbacks. I'll even scratch Geno because Geno's ass. We'll leave Geno leads the league in picks. If you rather have Dylan Gabriel or Geno Smith, take your pick, bro. I'll leave Geno out of this. I could say that I would rather have Dylan Gabriel than Geno Smith. So that leaves me at how many teams are in the NFL? Is it 32 or 30? Why am I
32.
32? Okay, so you got 31 guys minus Geno Smith. Then let's just go backup by backup, okay? Just on the Bengals. I got Joe Flacco. I got Joe Flacco, Jake Browning. So that's two of the ones that aren't currently like normal Joe Burrow's the starter. So we're already at 33. Then you go to the Ravens. Give me Snoop Huntley. Give me Cooper Rush. And then on the Browns, give me Shadur Sanders. Give me Deshaun Watson. And then, yeah, that's probably it for that division. So then let's go over to a next division.
Great.
Okay, let me just start random name off. So, okay, we got Tanner McKee.
Completely skipped the Steelers, too.
Oh, sorry. Okay, Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. Give me, Will Howard. Give me Will Howard.
Rudolph.
And Rudolph.
Yeah, no, Rudolph did start a couple of games.
100%. Give me Will Howard. Yeah. Give me Rudolph. And then, okay. New division. We got from the Titans. I'll take Will Levis. I don't care. I'll take Will Levis. I'm saying right now as it stands today.
All right, go ahead.
Not like who's better in the future, just right now. Give me Will Levis. Give me Will Levis. Shit, give me Ryan Tannehill off the couch.
Yeah.
Off the couch. An old Titans guy. Give me Ryan Tannehill off the couch.
Video when they start going down, they're like Matt Ryan off.
Yeah, I agree.
Off the couch.
I agree.
Cam Newton
I
off
agree.
the couch.
Then let's keep. All right, there's a few guys off the couch. They said Cam Newton off the couch, which is crazy. Cam Newton off the couch? Hell no.
No, Cam Newton. Yes, bro.
No.
You're
Cam was poop. All right, let me keep going. So we got Titans, and then we got the Texans. So give me Davis Mills from the Texans.
Yeah.
For sure. On the Colts, AR, give me Anthony Richardson, their backup. And then you got Jaguars. Who's the Jaguars backup?
CJ Beathard.
Yeah, no, I'll take Dylan Gabriel. CJ Beathard is poop. Okay. Then we got the AFC East. So the Bills' backup is Mitch Trubisky. Give me Mitch Trubisky over Dylan Gabriel right now. Tomorrow. Easy.
Yeah.
Then you got Dolphins. Yeah. Dolphins, Quinn Ewers. Give me Quinn Ewers. For sure. Give me Quinn Ewers. I don't care. Give me Quinn Ewers.
I don't know about that one.
How about Zach?
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is one of those where I was like on the line, but like.
If you're taking Quinn Ewers, you are taking Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way you don't take Zach and you take Quinn.
All five.
Yeah.
Give me Zach.
All right. That logic adds up. If I'm taking Quinn Ewers off like 10 snaps, I'm taking Zach Wilson. You're right. So I'll say that one. I'll say give me Zach Wilson too. And then we got Patriots backups. I don't even know who their backup is right now. I don't think I had to name it for it to still be 60 because there was multiple teams with two that I would take. So not them. If y'all think of one too, say it. So then we got, what's the last team from the AFC East?
The Bills. No, not the Bills.
Those Dolphins. Yeah, Jets.
No, Jets. Give me Tyrod. For sure, give me Tyrod. That's easy, give me Tyrod. Then let's keep going. Let's go with the Saints division. So, Tyler Shuck, I'll take him. Spencer Rattler, I'll keep him out of this.
Wait, you're asleep.
He's trash.
Spence is better than Dylan Gabriel, bro.
They're like even.
Spencer is better than Dylan Gabriel.
Spence is better than Gabriel.
Spence got mobility.
Let's throw him in there. Yeah, they both can't throw. At least Spencer can run.
48 right now.
48? Like, bro, I'm already almost at 50. All right, then we got
the other side.
What's the
NFC?
What's the Buccaneers backup? I think it's Kyle Trask, right? I'll leave Kyle Trask out of this. I have no idea. Nah, you can't do that. We haven't.
Kyle Trask.
Not Kyle Trask. And then
Dylan's just so ass.
Panthers, give me the red rifle next week. If we were to start next week, give me the red rifle. For sure. Oh, another one off the couch. Give me PJ Walker. Random one off the couch.
PJ Walker got skill, bro. I'll take it.
Bro, okay. So that was that whole division, right? I said Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers.
Jags. Well, we didn't have it. Well, never mind. That's a different division.
Yeah. No.
Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers. Why am I forgetting? Last one.
Falcons.
Oh, yeah. Kirk Cousins. Easily. That's not even a question. Okay, then. Yeah, so wait. I haven't done a single. No, I just did an NFC.
You haven't done an AFC West. So Chiefs, Chargers.
Oh, yeah. Chargers, yeah.
Chiefs,
Broncos.
They had
He's got Minshew, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, give me
Oh,
Gardner
Taking
Minshew.
You
Next week, give
taking
me
Minshew
Gardner
here.
Minshew. Then we got the Chargers. The Chargers have. They don't have anybody that I would take.
They have UG Iglawali or something, whatever.
DJ's poop.
He's
They
their.
could keep DJ.
You know who they have?
DJ,
Actually,
yeah.
Trey Lance is their backup.
Oh yeah, give me Trey Lance. I did say that one earlier when I had the
Trey
discussion too.
Lance. Oh, I forgot he did play.
Yeah, give me Trey Lance. Give me Trey Lance. For
Okay.
show you right on. Give me Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Then we got
Raiders
the Broncos backup, which is Jarrett Stidham. Give me Jarrett Stidham next week for show. Raiders backup. Yeah, Jerry.
Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Give me Kenny Pickett next week.
Definitely take Kenny. Definitely take.
Give me Kenny P next week. If it was Kenny P, give me Kenny P. And then we got other divisions we didn't say. We didn't do the
NFC North.
There's 3 more divisions in the West.
NFC North.
Yeah.
Like, we're
The
already
Vikings,
at 6.
Lions.
Bears.
I got you. Don't worry. Vikings, Lions.
Oh yeah, Tyson Bagent. Tyson Bagent. Give me
Tyson
Tyson
Bagent's
Bagent. Give me Teddy Bridgewater off the couch. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's the Lions backup or not, but if it was next week, give me him.
You know another one I'd take off the couch? Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets off the couch is better than Dylan Gabriel. Oh yeah, the Giants also have 2 on their own team. But we'll get to we're going division by division, so I'll keep it on task. So I said the Bears, the Lions, Packers is Malik Willis. Give me Malik Willis over Dylan Gabriel next week. And then the last one, how am I forgetting? This is a very good team. I said Vikings. Right, give me Carson Wentz on 1 ACL.
Who's their other backup? Do we even know? Who their new backup?
Isn't it like Brosmer or something, right? Isn't it Max Brosmer?
Right, bro.
Pass on that. Don't know nothing. So then we got, and bro, there's some guys in there that I've said Dylan Gabriel's better than too.
The Eagles, Giants, Cowboys.
And I didn't do, so the ones I didn't do yet, I went through the whole.
I got you, bud. Don't worry. It's Washington, the Giants, Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah. And I didn't do the NFC West yet. I didn't do the NFC West, and I didn't do the NFC East. So wait, I did say Tanner McKee earlier already, though, but I didn't do the rest of the division. Give me Joe Milton. He's for show in there.
Yeah.
Commanders. Give me Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota. Give me Taylor Heineke off the couch.
Yeah, for sure. Taylor Heineke is that dude, too.
Give me Taylor Heineke off the couch, and then the Giants. Give me Jameis Winston. Give me Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, and then for the last one, Seahawks. Shit, give me Jalen Milroe off 0 snaps.
I would too, for sure.
Give me Jalen Milroe off 0 snaps. I don't care.
Was on the Browns.
And Gabriel were drafted in the same round is crazy.
Yeah.
And then give me. I don't care if he hasn't gotten a chance to play in the league yet. Give me Stetson Bennett.
Give me Stet.
That's another one of those ones where, like, we said a Quinn Ewers. We said a Quinn Ewers. Give me Stet.
No way you take that, bro.
Niners, Mac Jones is easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy. And then Cardinals is Jacoby Brissett. That's easy. So how many players is that, Jerry? You were tracking them. How many guys is that? Better than Dylan Gabriel next week?
Can you see that? No.
If it's 67, I was gonna say if it's 6-7, I'm gonna cry. There is almost 70 quarterbacks that I would rather have starting next week than Dylan Gabriel. Almost 70.
You just I don't understand what they're doing. Somebody has to go by the end of this season because there's no direction at all. And I wonder how Myles Garrett is feeling, knowing daggone well, especially after that 5-sack game, knowing daggone well, you still trusted them after you wanted to leave after a strong demand of a trade. You trusted them, signed a huge max contract, and just.
Bro, we know how he was sitting at the end of the bench by himself after that 5-sack game. He is not messing with the gang. When you lose by 5 sacks, it's crazy. Or 20.
It hurts. It hurts to be a Browns fan. I had somebody ask me the other day, "Why are you still a Browns fan?" I said, "Honestly, you know why? Because I envision it's like 2055. I got my kids at my house. I got my kids at my house, and they've been Browns fans with me now for 20 years. and they shed tears with me, and we're crying on the couch because the Browns just won their Super Bowl, and it's 2055. And that's never gonna happen. I need AI for
Hey,
that
good luck
memory
with
so I
that.
can look at it. It's not
You know,
happening.
you know, I mean, there's probably people back in like the '70s or whenever the fucking when were the Browns established? In like the '90s,
60.
right?
No, they were established in like the
So
30s.
our last like championship that wasn't like because it
60s.
wasn't a Super Bowl was in the 50s. So yeah, there probably was some people that had the same memory like envision as me.
Yeah.
They're dead. They're dead.
Yeah,
I was
yo.
gonna say, the Browns because they moved. They were Baltimore, and then
They're dead.
when did they come back? Cleveland. When did they come back? Was it in the
99.
I think it was
They
nine. I was
moved
gonna
in
say
97.
99. I think it was
okay?
99. Yeah, bro. There are people who had that same vision as me, and we're like, I'm gonna truck it out, man. We suck. And you know the best thing that they got even they didn't even get to a Super Bowl. It was throwing a championship game away to the Denver Broncos. Was like the best that this like span of memory of Browns fan we could think of is would be throwing away a conference championship game or they beat the Steelers in the wild
Dude, no,
card. Oh,
the Browns Super Bowl. You don't even understand how many Browns fans will still bring that up to this day, bro. Like
Like,
that's
Because
bro.
it was the Super Bowl for them.
you know what's so fun? No, and or
Shut up, Jerry.
they lost. They like that same year they lost to the Chiefs by like a touchdown too. In the next,
Yeah, we did,
Yeah.
and we lost it to a Chad Henne first down run.
tough.
To be fair,
Chad
that was a
Henne.
great. That was more of a Andy Reid deep in the bag play call because that play call was fantastic, bro. Nobody ever thought that Chad Henne run was coming.
Chad
Give me
Henne.
Alex Smith off the bench.
All right, so enough Browns sadness
Exactly.
talk.
Yeah, that was outrageous. Don't get out of here, bro.
I'm gonna go through the games from Week 10. Let's go through the games from Week 10.
Also, wait, how did we do on our bets?
Oh shoot, I don't even know.
I
forget
think
what-
I might have went 1-1 or something like that.
I need to write these down sometimes, guys. We're still on our first like month and a half or so here. I need to
That's why
write
it's
down
so like
mine.
disorganized. We're just all here. We're just all
We just-
here. We're all going through it.
We just be yapping. We
Yeah.
just be yapping. Let me write down. I'm gonna do it. I'm putting it.
Well,
New note this week.
our lines were from 2 weeks ago, so maybe that's why we don't remember.
It was a long time ago. We
Yeah.
took a 1 week hiatus from what we normally
Yeah.
do. So I'll write ours down for this week once we eventually get there, so we could track them. Running through the NFL games, the first game of the week, Raiders Broncos. Pass.
Poo.
Pass. Poo.
All the primetime games were poo.
Poo. Stinky.
That was
Then we got. That was Thursday. Yeah, that was Thursday.
Yeah, that was
Thursday.
that was, dude. Wasn't that like 10-7?
That was
10-7.
and I
Ugh.
think it was like 7-0. It was 0-0 for the longest
Hours
time, and it was
got
7-0 for the longest time.
What I take away, honestly, is I'm kind of wavering belief in Bo Nix. Not gonna lie to you,
I
Bo
never
Nix. I'm
had
like
belief in
neutral.
Bo Nix,
I'm like
man.
neutral now. I don't know if I.
Good sometimes, maybe shit.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
No, but you know what that sometimes is? That sometimes is the fourth quarter, and I will give it to him. He has ice in his veins, but
He
every
does.
other time, it's just like,
He does.
I'm gonna be Nathan.
I could almost see it too, kind of like Baker Browns kind of situation. Not in terms of, like, the Broncos are much better than the Browns were when Bake was there, but like Bake had a good rookie year, kind of down second year, and then people learned really quickly that they gave up on him too quickly. So like that's why I said I'm like wavering. Like I'm not gonna say he sucks. He does not suck, but
They really got to be careful with giving up on quarterbacks too early.
especially
think
because
they
his
would.
receivers aren't even like that.
No, but
Like-
yeah, that's also why, because they're in a horrible cap situation still. His receivers aren't like that, and his running back core is decent, but
It's
not
good.
that great.
It's good. JK and RJ
Well,
have
JK
been good this year. JK and
They
RJ have been good this year.
But it's not like, okay, when I say decent,
It's not cold.
When I say decent, I'm comparing it to backfields like Detroit.
You're right.
And,
You're right.
Christian McCaffrey, like compared to like the top tier like running back cores, they're decent.
I could likely name you 25 running backs better than J.K. Dobbins, which I'm not gonna do
Right.
because
I
we
can
just
do
did that whole segment.
You ready?
But
Sit down, plan.
bro, I think one day we should just do that, just random, just have
No.
discussions about
And
that.
that's
But
one thing. Like I know we wanted to implement mini games. That's another thing I was thinking about. we should just start like naming off like players on teams or like position players that like we have in our mind until two of us mess up. Like so
Okay.
if we say running backs or wide receivers currently, and then just go alternate.
You kind of lost me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
So right, so like let's say the category is let's say the category is running backs, right? I go first. I say Christian McCaffrey. You go next. You say Jonathan Taylor. Dom will say Saquon, and then we'll keep going
got it.
until people run out of answers.
I got it. I got it. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
we could do that.
Planning a mini game like every
Yeah,
We should. We already have. I mean, we have a little segment later, but it's not a game. But yeah, Colts Falcons. So that one, I played Jonathan Taylor this week, so we know I lost.
yeah.
Also played Jahmyr Gibbs this week, which ironically Dom has that same backfield for a fantasy team,
Is
and
that 80
it was
points?
not in that
Was
league.
that 80 points last week?
80 points.
Yeah, they gave me 80 combined. That was nice.
Bro, I played this dude. He had those guys combined for 80 points. He didn't even drop 130, and I still lost.
That's crazy.
No. Hey, we love Jonathan Taylor being on bye and facing him
Jonathan
on
Taylor.
bye.
Oh, bro.
Let's
That
go.
game, we talk about it every week. Everybody at home already saw it. Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries, 244 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5th hat trick of the year. Crazy. Like, I knew as soon as that game got into overtime and they got the ball, it was over. Because he was getting 6 yards a carry or more every single time. And I was like, okay, well, I know they're going to win the football game.
That dude pisses 30-point fantasy games like it's nothing.
He
Yeah.
does. He
The
does.
thing is, 15
In 30,
touchdowns.
It goes more than that, like most
15
times.
touchdowns through 10 games is insane. Like 15
Bro,
touchdowns is a great season for anybody.
He,
And that's all
so
he has
far
through the
this
games
year,
that he has the hat tricks. Like he still has
that's literally what I was going to say. Half of the time this year, he has a hat trick. Half of the games.
Dang.
That doesn't even make any sense at all. Like, oh my God.
And they still want to give the MVP to Daniel Jones. Get out of here.
We'll get
bro.
into that later. Well, we're going to talk about who our MVPs are probably after we run through all the games. Browns, Jets. Respectfully, for my sanity, can we not talk about that? Just for my sanity. Just because.
Let me say this. I think it's great that the only 2 wins the Jets have are against the Browns and the Bengals. That's all I'm going to say.
And the only games Brees Hall has scored a touchdown, Browns, Bengals.
Damn. That's probably the only game in history where back-to-back touchdowns were kickoff returns, punt returns. That punt return, I'm sorry, but when I see that second return, I was like, this is insane. Somebody got to get fired. Either the Gunners
and guess who got fired? Not a single soul. Not a single soul got fired. And then, okay, last crash out thing about the Browns. Dude, 4th down and 4. Game on the line. Need to get a stop. Why are we jumping off sides on 4th and 4?
Yeah,
that is a pee-wee football play as old as time to try and get a team to jump on 4th and 4. And my man got hit by it so bad. So bad. Oh my. Pee-wee football play. All right, next game, Saints-Panthers. That's 17-7. Tyler Shook looked kind of nice. I know they played the Panthers, and the Panthers are garbage.
No,
but Tyler Shook, 19 for 27, 282 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You are, bro. The Panthers aren't bad.
I was going to say,
They're 5-5. I actually...
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Like
I didn't even know that they were actually 5-5.
They're not too bad, honestly.
No.
Bryce Young, man. I don't know what's up with him, man.
We know what's up. The thing about Bryce Young, and this is the thing that makes me mad, right? I wish people would understand that Bryce Young isn't that good, but obviously he has spurts. He's in an offense.
This year he hasn't had a spurt yet.
He has. He has solid games this year.
3 touchdown games this year.
Yeah. He has had solid games this year. It's just once he has those solid games, people are like, oh my goodness, Bryce is finally making the steps. Look at who he has next week. He has the Saints next week. He's going to have a great game. No. he's gonna be inconsistent. Like
No.
once you have faith in Bryce Young, he's gonna go down the drain.
Just the way you said it, he's gonna have a
No,
great
like
game next
'cause
week.
everybody does it.
No.
Everybody just expects Bryce Young to be something he's not.
Next one too, we got Patriots, Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are kind of slumping just a little bit. They're still 6-3. Patriots are 8-2. Drake May had a great game. Mac Hollins went for 100 receiving yards. Who knew that happened?
That's random.
And Travion Henderson might not be having sexual relations with Mike Vrabel's wife, because if he legitimate question before this week was, is he having sexual relations with Mike Vrabel's wife? And then I watched him point to the sideline to ask if he could score, and I was like, okay, he's not fucking Mike Vrabel's wife. I was like, it's good, he's got it.
And the thing is, right? Like people claim that like, oh, OSU isn't this smart school. You don't see any other quarter or any other running back doing that. You see every other running back either just like going to score or like stepping out of bounds. This guy checks first. He's smart as heck.
And this guy is so fast that he could check before he had to score and still score with yards of space. And Mike wasn't even playing him before, bro. So shout out Travion Henderson. You know we're all Ohio State fans in here, so that's why I made the joke that Travion was having relations with Mike's wife, because I legitimately thought that had to have been the only reason that Travion was not getting touches. And now he finally got some touches, and he put 147 up on the ground with two of them things to the end zone. Drake May, again, great game for Drake May. He's now the odds-on favorite for the MVP, which I did see after that performance. Let's see. What other games we got here? We had Ravens, Vikings. I think when I was watching that game, that just felt like a game where like the score was a lot more close than it actually was. It was 27-19 Ravens, but the Vikings got a garbage time touchdown. JJ didn't even really play that well. That was the Jalen Naylor game. That's just all my breakdown is for this. That was the Jalen Naylor game for no reason, even though they didn't even win the game. Yeah, Jalen Naylor.
The McCarthy thing is, I feel like it's just going to take him some time. I mean, we have to remember that that's his fourth game in the NFL.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna have up and down. You just got to give him some.
I think he's still kind of in the stage where he's just forcing it to Jets, whether it's like an ineffective play or an effective play. Like Justin Jefferson, he had like 12 targets and like 4 catches because JJ is just like, where's other JJ at? Right, which like you'll learn. I bet Kevin O'Connell's probably coming to him like, I like that you're trying to get it to our guy, but let's chill a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
I want him to keep throwing it to Justin Jefferson, though, because he's on my fantasy team, but my season's probably over. That's a side point. My season's over. I needed to win last week, and JT said, sit down, young Gabriel. He said, no playoffs for you. Bills versus the Dolphins. I want one of y'all to talk about this one, because that was wild. That was wild.
I mean, I guess really, I think it just kind of happens. I feel like we know that the Bills and Dolphins play 20 times. The Bills are winning 18 or 19 of those times. So it's like, it's the NFL. Anything can happen. I think that's really the only takeaway I have. It was just a bad game from the Bills. The Dolphins, I mean, you can't take it away from them because they still were. I mean, what they score 40 points or something like that?
30 points. It's 30-13.
I was gonna say they put on a clinic, and it's so confusing. Tua just confuses the hell out of me. He'll come out and look like he should be the odds-on favorite for MVP, and then he'll come out and be like, "Why are you even in the NFL?" Like,
nah. The thing is, he came out of that game looking like he shouldn't be in the NFL because he threw a long pass, and I really mean a really long pass first drive that went into the wrong hands, and I had Bills defense, so I was like, you know what? This is going to be a great day. Like, I got Bills defense. I got people going crazy. And then Tua just decided to actually lock in. But also, I think the Dolphins, it's a rivalry game. And, of course, rivalry games are like that. You know, some people are going to win surprisingly. But also, they have the type of team to exploit the Bills' weaknesses. The Bills don't have a great defense. They don't have a great pass defense. And after the first drive and turnover later, Tua locked in, and A-Chain went absolutely berserk. Bro. He had
That's what I was gonna say. Is what really happened is the Bills got gashed.
Yeah,
They got
so
destroyed in the run game.
their defense hasn't really been that good, and like they played a really good game against the Chiefs and stuff like that, and held Pat Mahomes to what he had. But also, like you have a defense that isn't really that good, and then mixed with a offense who is like very Josh Allen. I won't say Josh Allen dependent, but like when Josh Allen, of course, like it isn't having a good game. You can't.
It is. Josh Allen, when he turned the ball over, the 2 turnovers that he had were absolutely crucial and lost the Bills that football game. The Bills the Bills could have won that football game. Josh Allen threw a pick from the 5-yard line, and then whenever it came down to a point where it was a 2-score game, could have made it 1, he fumbled.
Yeah. So,
like, that's
that
toast.
bad too because he's just trying to do too. And my bad to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
But
you're good.
Trying to do way too much on that play. Go down. You have a first down. Why are you trying to get extra yards and run people over? Like, you need a score.
I was just going to say on a separate note, this is just so crazy. Devon A-Chain is projected like 28 fantasy points.
Dude, I talked about that with my fantasy league chat. It's one of the highest I've ever seen.
It is. That's the highest I've ever seen that's not a quarterback. Like, for sure.
I don't even know if I've seen CMC ever be projected 28 points.
I don't either. Like, seriously, I don't.
It's because Devon Achane, 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 catches, 451 yards. And then that's when Waddle also had a good game.
Yeah.
And who else had a good game? You had
Malik
Malik caught a touchdown. Caught a touchdown. He didn't go crazy, but he still scored. Waddle and Washington both scored, and Achane still went stupid. So that's my thing for Bills Dolphins. You're right. When you're a rival, like unless it's the Browns and the Steelers, every once in a while the lesser team in the rivalry is gonna get you just because you've played so many times.
I'm still worried about you guys. Don't worry.
I'm not. We're ass.
I would not be surprised if the Steelers lost one of those games.
I wouldn't be either. Did you see our offense, bro? Our offense is booty.
Yeah, we'll get. I'm sure. I can't even. It makes me want to.
Bears Giants. This is one I want to touch on for a little bit because that was wild. I don't know. Were either of you guys watching that game?
I was. The thing is, Jackson Dart, right? And like it's not even just because I was playing against him last week. He's just otherworldly, bro. Like
he's a warrior.
He's a warrior. Like nothing phases him at all. Like things happen. Like people mess up. He does everything he can to win a game.
I will say though, if you lose 4 games on the road where you're up 10 points, I'm gonna put some of the blame on the quarterback.
He's a rookie.
Not all of it.
Not
all of it. Not the majority of it, but some of it.
He's a rookie.
Some of it's got to go on the quarterback. I still think Dart is a warrior, but I think nobody's bringing that up because everybody likes Jackson Dart so much.
I'll give you the stats. Give me 1 second. You're not going to talk about Jackson like that.
Again, this last one I'll say was his fucking receivers' fault at the end of the game. His receivers were selling him on the last couple of drives.
Yeah.
Receiver is 5 feet 8 inches, bro.
His receivers were selling him. And then, he had a touchdown earlier in the game that, it was Daniel Bellinger, their tight end, had Jerry, his sleeper of the year, Jaquan Brisker. He was on him, but the tight end had it fully, all the way to the ground, and Brisker just ripped it out last second. It's like, bro, if you're 6'5", just bring it down. Don't let him rip that, bro. You're stronger than him.
So, Dart went 19 for 29 with 242 passing, and then added 66 yards on the ground with 2 tutties. That's 300 overall with 2 tutties.
Okay, I will give bro the fact that he's the only quarterback, I think they said ever to start. He scored a touchdown
with a rushing touchdown 5 straight weeks.
Every single game he's played. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he's elite on rushing, and then bro, he had Darius Slayton going for almost 100 yards. When was the last time we ever heard Darius Slayton almost go for 100 yards?
Darius Slayton had 87 or 89.
Wandale had a good game too, didn't he?
Yeah, Wandale had 62 yards, but
Theo Johnson had 75.
Theo Johnson had
Theo
7 receptions for 75. These are players that you don't
And
expect to put up numbers like this, bro.
and Devin Singletary also had 53 yards. He had 4 different receivers have 50 plus yards,
When
and
when
none of
he's
them are that good.
scoring with the personnel he has, he's putting up touchdowns and he's putting up production with the team that he has.
This one, I won't put any blame on Dart. And his defense didn't get any takeaways. They had 0 sacks, 0 INTs.
Oh yeah, Caleb got whatever he wanted. Yeah,
But no, the thing about the 0 sacks, that this is why I actually wanted to touch on the game. Caleb probably should have been sacked when I was watching the game. It felt like 4 or 5 times. Like, Caleb is gonna be that dude. That was like what I got from this game is Caleb is gonna be that dude. Like, his ability to get out of the, it looks like he's getting more comfortable back to what it was in college, where like when he escapes the pocket, he's making the right plays when he's still out there gunslinging, which is wild style, but he's making the right throws if he's gunslinging so far this year. Like, he would roll around the pocket, you'd think he'd for sure get sacked, and he'd rifle one like 35 yards on a weird angle. And I'm like, how did he just make that throw? Like, I am done putting any disrespect on Caleb Williams. From what I saw at the beginning of the year, he does look like a completely different player. And this was a discussion that we all had before we even started this podcast. We were like, the Bears, on paper, could be a 10-win team. But we went through their schedule, and we all said we didn't even think they'd really get to 8 wins. And they're already 6-3.
Yep.
He said,
I was
yup.
waiting for him to say so. I mean, no, yeah, I definitely agree with like that, and I feel like Ben Johnson's getting a lot more creative with the offense. He's doing a lot of more things that he's wanting to. The Bears' defense, though, it has to get
Is
up
cold.
in some way.
Is cold.
It
Seriously.
it's like actually like I feel like their defense can only take them so far. But Brisker is having a great season, and like I don't know. I think like who else do they have? Edmonds? Do they have Tremaine Edmonds?
They
Yes.
do have Edmonds.
He's having a solid year too.
Who even is like, I feel like they just have just an overall just like really solid defense. And I don't even think, I think this year Jalen Johnson, their best cornerback, has been hurt.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson has been hurt the whole year. Let me look at some of these because we're forgetting so many guys. So they have Kevin Byard. He's been huge for them this year.
Great. Byard's been really great this year.
Byard's been really good. CJ Gardner Johnson actually had 2 sacks. I didn't even see that. We forgot about Montez Sweat. He's making plays out there. They have Noah Sewell. He's been really good. Andrew Billings over the middle has been really good. They have Grady Jarrett over the middle now. They have Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah,
I saw this guy.
Nice.
I hadn't learned about him. His name is Austin Booker. He was making plays. Like, they just have a solid defense overall. That's working really well for them this year. Next one I see here is got Jaguars, Texans. That was a weird one. Like, I don't know. But you guys are shaking. You guys can talk about that. I didn't see that game.
I mean, all I know for one, Trevor Lawrence played like dog shit. I'm tired of seeing him throw these interceptions. That's like, dude, like, I don't like the one was like he like on a crossing route, and all he had to do was put it more in front of the receiver, and it would have been fine. I don't know.
One-handed pick, yeah. The one-hander shouldn't have been.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, that should never be
No,
a thing.
because he had like a yard or 2 separation on that.
Right, and then the last play of the game, dude, where he's just like holding the ball, like get rid of it, T-Wall.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
One thing about it is like, okay, that entire game, he didn't play well, but he played well enough to get like a 29-10 lead or whatever, right? Going into the third quarter. You have to do anything, and I mean anything you can to put up 3 points at least in the fourth quarter. You have the ball like 3 or 4 times in the fourth quarter and have 0 points when you know that you need momentum to get going. Like, it's not over. It is definitely not. They're a division rival. Like, that game just made me like.
My thing too is like that play where Trevor he's literally just like running with the ball. If he just threw it out of bounds, they could have at least gave Cam Little a shot.
They had like 7 seconds on the.
I was
going to
say he could have. It would have been like a 70+ yard field goal, but he's got the big leg in the league. If anyone's gonna hit it, it's probably Cam Little.
Yeah, shout out Cam Little. Broke the league record for longest field goal. That didn't get talked about enough. Shout out Cam Little.
Yeah, for sure. 68 yards is insane. Him and Brandon Aubrey are going to go back-to-back with the record.
I don't even think that's long.
Cam Little's field goal, too, that was good from, like, 72.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
That thing, he busted that thing down.
I mean,
that was
he made a 70-yard kick in...
Call me crazy, but I feel like Boz could hit 70, too.
Boz? No. Boz has been upgrading his kick power. I don't know about 70, though.
He hit
I'd say 65.
7, I think, this year. 66 or 60... Wait.
Nah.
It
was maybe low 60s. If it was 67, he tied it.
You know, I'm pretty sure he hit one from... in the 6 somewhere. But it had another 5 yards. Easily.
No, but, like...
I know it's off topic, but I was just thinking, there's really only 3 kicks. Boz is, like, on the line.
You have, like... You get a kick, another punt return. You get a punt return by Parker Washington. You get turnovers on top of turnovers against Davis Mills. Like,
Davis Mills was dicing them boys
up. If it was C.J. Stroud, I get it. Okay, C.J. Stroud is a good quarterback. It's Davis freaking Mills, bro.
Why is Davis Mills doing better than C.J. Stroud was, though? It's like how we were talking about the Jacoby Brissett, like Kyler Murray thing. Like, it is funny that Davis Mills has actually been cooking, bro.
Like 4 touchdowns the last week.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, but next game, that's what I was going to talk about. Those boys got blasted. Seahawks beat their ass.
Oh, it wasn't even
that game started out, 35-0?
Yeah.
I think it was 35-0 in the second quarter, early second quarter already. Bro, so I don't even know if we need to cover that game.
I was gonna say, while we're on the topic of the Jags, we might as well bring up the fact that Travis Hunter's done, which is kind of sad.
Oh yeah, we didn't touch on that. Yeah,
done for the year.
That completely derails their season for sure.
It does. That hurts a lot.
It's unfortunate that Travis Hunter literally had his breakout game. Right, and then he got hurt in practice the week after.
Yeah, it was practice. It wasn't even.
He didn't even get hurt in the game.
Yeah.
We talking about practice.
Yeah,
crazy.
No, and then now since he got hurt, and then you want to talk about practice, we're talking about playoffs. Playoffs. We're not going to no playoffs.
They lost to Houston. Houston was gonna be probably their most important opponent to beat because you can't catch the Colts. The Colts are going to be the division leaders. But you can still get that 6 or 7. If you can't beat Houston in your division, you're not getting close.
Don't do it, Gabe.
Not getting close.
I wasn't going to. I was looking at him with disdain. With just...
Don't do
6 or 7.
Don't do that. But no. If you skip over the Seahawks real quick, the Seahawks got... And now they picked up Shaheed, probably got one of the best offenses in the league, bro.
They're really good, bro.
They're really everything, good. Bro. They have 2 great running backs. They have great wide receivers. They have a good tight end. Their defense is great.
Gary, I'd like to revisit something.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we started this podcast and we didn't have Dom along yet and we were trying to think of topics to do for week 1?
Okay.
And you said, who's better? Geno Smith or Sam Darnold? And I said, Sam Darnold, by a lot.
I remember this.
And you said, nah, give me Geno Smith.
At the beginning of the season, it was definitely a valid conversation, for sure. But now, at this point, it's...
I can't... Okay. The only thing I can argue is the situations, but, it's not even, the situation.
If he was on the Seahawks, Geno would still be ass.
Yeah, no. I will eat that. And I do gloat whenever I have great takes.
Do you like how I just...
Let's have the conversation. Listen. Hey. I was wrong, okay? I was wrong.
Okay.
And I'll say, since I always give the shout out Trey McBride. Trey McBride, 9 receptions, 127 yards, and a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba already had 13 fantasy points on the first drive, I remember. So shout out Jackson Smith and Jigba. Dude is so disgusting. We need to have another week coming up here soon, like a updated, like where we're ranking the positional guys again. We should revisit that eventually.
Yeah.
Lions, Commanders, I mean, that's a similar thing. Lions ass beating. Jameer Gibbs, Jameson Williams, they went absolutely crazy. That game was kind of just over from the start. The Commanders never had a chance in that football game.
Do you guys
Then
also wait, one thing about that game, Dan Campbell took over the play calling.
Wow,
I actually did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Wow.
He took the play calling, and look what happened.
Seems like he did a great goddamn job.
Times he's called plays too.
I looked at this when I looked at the stat leaders. It said so. Jared Goff had 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jameson Williams had 120 yards and a touchdown, and Jameer Gibbs had like 140 on the ground and a touchdown. So like, good shit, Dan Campbell. Good shit, Dan Campbell.
Campbell, bro, I love Dan.
Yeah. That's
Rams
one of those coaches who like should be there for a long time. Like there's no reason why Dan Campbell.
I've been messing with that man since the Hard Knocks when they were terrible.
With him and Jamal Williams starting the culture up.
Bro.
No, yeah. Jamal. They need to sign Jamal again because he was one of the main reasons why. Like everybody
the culture changed because of him.
When he was crying, bro, talking about how much it meant to him, everybody was like, "Man, get Jamal out of here." He really felt that, bro. And now look at him.
Shout out Jamal Williams. I miss Jamal Williams clips in the NFL. I don't know if he's in the league right now.
He's playing for the Giants. No, he's not playing.
Yeah, last year he was Saints.
Hurt, or is he just out of the league?
No, he's not out of the league. He's somewhere. He's not out of the league though.
Okay. One of y'all look that up real quick. I think he's not in the league right now. I really think he's not in the league right now.
Hey, bro, he scored 18 touchdowns, I think, that season on the Lions. Is that right? Like, that's crazy, bro.
He was a dog. He was a straight dog.
Yeah, I really like Dan Campbell.
He is indeed on the Saints.
He's still on the Saints. Okay.
Hey, he's hurt. Is that right? Or does he not play?
Yeah. I lied. That was 2024.
I was gonna say I don't think he's on a team at all.
Right.
Well, Google said he's on the Saints.
I feel that though, bro. Sometimes you gotta dig because they won't tell you.
Bro,
just look at his game log on ESPN and it'll tell you if he's on a team.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't use ESPN. I use the score.
Give me 1 second. All right, I can look.
Okay, so he was on the Saints, pulled a hammy, and then I don't think they re-signed him.
I was gonna say I think he's just on the couch right now. I think he's chilling at home. Next game that is on. So we got 3 more games left. Rams Niners was Rams ass beating again. The Rams look great. Mac Jones still was 33 for 39, over 300 yards.
Jamal on the couch.
Yeah, on the couch. On the couch. Rams Niners, George Kittle had a great game. He had 85 yards and a touchdown. Matt Stafford threw for 280. He skyrocketed up to second in MVP odds, which that was my sleeper for MVP. And I say this every week, and I'm mad that I didn't put money on it because I would be making generational wealth right now because he was plus 3,000. And now he's plus 300.
Dang. Yeah.
Sadness. Steelers versus Chargers. That's where we're at on the game schedule. Steelers versus Chargers. We don't even have to. It doesn't have to be sad. The one that, honestly, Dom said it in one of the group chats I'm in with him. I'm surprised that Rodgers took accountability for how bad he is playing. Because the weird thing, too, and I think whenever Tom Brady got old and when Rodgers got old, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. Rodgers hasn't lost the power. He can throw it. When he's missing throws, he's overthrowing people. Yeah. He low-key might have lost his touch. Tom, as old as he got, when he was on the Bucks, he might not throw that 60-yard deep ball anymore, but if there's a guy 45 yards down the sideline, he's going to hit him right on the money every single time. Rodgers might have lost a little bit of touch. We'll see if he can bring it back. But that's one thing that that was like the biggest takeaway I have at this point in the year is like, did Rodgers lose that accuracy, that touch?
And that's like, that would be crazy too, because Rodgers, like, historically is one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
Right.
I'll say this: these last 2 weeks have been the first couple weeks where I'm like, okay, Aaron, like you're not hitting those throws like you usually hit those throws. Like, what's going on? I'm not throwing in the towel on him yet. I need if it happens on a more consistent basis in the next couple weeks, then I might be like, okay, I can see like this is not working as well as maybe we thought it would, but I really think that this past game was the first time where I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, I can tell you're 41 years old. Like,
yeah, for sure.
He wasn't hitting his throws, his mobility. Obviously, he doesn't have much mobility anymore. But, like, even, dude, against the Bengals, he was out there running back and forth, making throws on the run. Like, I know it's against the Bengals defense, but I feel like it's still there somewhat. Maybe he has lost the touch a little bit. I mean, he is old, but
yeah,
that game was disgusting. The defense actually played well. I'll give them credit, honestly, because
defense the first, played amazing.
I was gonna say through the first 3 quarters, gave up like what 12 points. I don't even know. But
it was 3-12 going into the fourth quarter, I believe.
The offense did not do anything.
Yeah. Well, 3-13 going into the fourth quarter, but still, they only had 1 touchdown going into the fourth quarter. They only had 2 all game. And the thing about it, you look at Rodgers, right? Like Rodgers, they were getting to him a lot, but he had nowhere to go. Like even when he was trying to force it to DK, it wasn't working. So Rodgers knows he can't scramble all like that, and this is where I think you're right, Gabe. He's still trying to do what he did 10 years ago. He's not the same quarterback 10 years ago. He might have the same arm strength, like you said. He might still have the talent. The touch and everything else might be a little off, and he might still be operating as if it's there.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah,
it's like he still has the cannon, but he doesn't know how to control it anymore. That's like what it feels like to me.
The way this Steelers is so interesting to me, just because like I feel like so far it's either the offense shows up or the defense shows up. There hasn't been a game.
No coordination. Like, yeah, that's what I said. There's no coordination at all.
Like the Colts where they won that game like 27-20. We forced 5 turnovers. That game should not have been close at all.
Yeah.
Like should have been putting up points on their head the whole time.
That's the same with the Patriots game. The Patriots game was close and we forced 6.
Hey, the Steelers. I mean, we did just get Asante Samuel. That's going to help for sure with moving Ramsey back to safety. I don't even know what to say about the Steelers. I don't know what their outlook could be. They could win some of these games down the stretch that I'm not expecting, but they also could just crash and burn.
This is a tough part of the schedule that we were talking about because it's literally not getting any easier than this. You have the Bengals, and then you have the Bears that are good now, and then you have the Bills that are obviously good now, and then you have the Ravens that are obviously good now, and then you have the Dolphins who just beat the Bills. You have no idea what they're going to look like in 5 weeks. There's no stopping that, and then the Lions after that. There's no way we can't, like, if we don't make it out of this last stretch being like 7-5 or something like that, 6-6, it's not gonna look good, bro.
Then this is what Mike Tomlin's gonna see. This is what Rodgers is gonna see.
One thing about it, and I don't know if I told you guys, I wouldn't be a real advocate for firing Arthur Smith and just restarting the entire offense. If that doesn't happen, Mike T got to go.
I just think both of them should go. I don't even think it should be if. I think
Arthur
both of them should go.
he hasn't had a horrible season, honestly.
I just don't think he's getting enough. So one thing about it, right? And I get it. We love our two tight end looks. Granted, it's the best thing for our offense. If we go spread, there's nothing we can do. Like we have no ability to go spread, put three wide receivers on the field and say, "Hey, we got to go score in 5 plays." That's not going to happen.
Yeah, we just don't have the talent, really.
We don't have the talent, but we also like we don't have any like, and this is where I get jealous. We don't have any flashy plays that we run. Like everything's so
Hey,
basic.
DK first drive last week had a flashy play that went 4 feet over his head.
I was gonna say that. I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard to put blame on like certain areas. I have been an advocate for Mike Tomlin. For years now. Like I've always said, like I don't want to fire Mike Tomlin. He's a great coach, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, dude, how many times are we gonna beat the same bush, bro? It's like you go 9-8 every year. You go through. I mean, think about all the coordinators we've been through with Mike Tomlin. It's the same shit, man. I think you got to start with the person in charge. Unfortunately, I know Mike Tomlin's a great leader of men. I know that those players love Mike Tomlin as a coach. It's just not working. I don't know. It's just not working.
All right, and then the next one, we got Eagles and Packers. Now, did y'all see what AJ Brown said today? First things first.
What the don't there? If you have me in fantasy, get rid of me.
Yeah, Jeremiah. AJ Brown was streaming. He was streaming with a streamer on Madden, and they were just chatting. And he said, "Yeah, if y'all got me in fantasy, just trade me." He was like, "Just get rid of me."
Said cut me.
And then like the Sirianni came out and was like, "Oh well, we're business as usual. Like I don't care. Like we're just business as usual." But clearly, AJ Brown's really heated. AJ Brown had another stinker. He had 2 catches for 13 yards. The Eagles, I feel like should not be 7-2, man. Like Jordan Love played really bad, really bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Matt LaFleur's play calling was predictable, and I'm not even saying this because people saw it on the memes. Like no, it was like. A D tackle should not be able to call out your inside zone.
That's exactly what I said. I said so. Yeah. One of my former coworkers is a heavy Eagles fan. I sent him that video and I was like, "It's really outstanding how a D tackle is predicting what play call and where it's going, and he's right next to a center and a left guard, and he's telling the entire defense." That can see everything else. Like, he only can see the offensive line, and he can see that it's a run to this side. Like, it's
like
crazy.
It's not like the middle linebacker was like, "Yo, guys, no, the D tackle, fam." Yeah. Jacobs,
you
both.
What Josh Jacobs said?
No, what did he say?
He said it completely messed him up. He said it was like, as soon as I heard that, I didn't know what to do because obviously I don't want to run there.
He still scored, right?
He did. No. He scored a touchdown. Oh, yeah, well, it wasn't that play,
scored,
but he scored a touchdown in the game. He scored a touchdown in the game. That game, no player shout-outs anywhere. Nobody played great.
That was to watch,
dude, and fucking YouTube TV won't show the goddamn game anymore.
Now, you know who probably...
we didn't want to see that.
I literally was trying to watch the game for like 40 minutes, like trying to figure out a way to watch it. I didn't know, like, streams, duh. But my laptop was charging. So then whenever my laptop, like, it was charged, right, and I was about to turn it on, I saw it was the second half and it was still 0-0, and I was like, I'm just going to bed, bro. I'm not watching this football game.
The one guy that, like, he played well, but other than that.
You said who?
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Smithers had a good game.
Coming along also last couple weeks. He's been playing well.
I mean, like, he's not crying.
Yeah, Smithers.
Like, he has a bit better relationship than Jalen right now.
Smithers had a good game. Yeah. So that was the NFL week this week. We'll look over the NBA a little bit. Just naturally, we take longer on the NFL. There's so many games. and we love the NFL. Let me go over a standings check here. Just
Well, the
because,
Pistons are
why
number
not?
one, I think.
Right. So we already knew we were going to talk about the Pistons for sure. So the Pistons sit first, top seed in the Eastern Conference. They're 9-2. They're on a 7-game win streak right now as well. So shout out the Pistons. We'll get more in depth into that soon. The Knicks, they're 7-3. They're second in the East. They're on a 5-game win streak themselves. The Heat, they are 7-4, and Dom in Dynasty Basketball, I cut Jaime Jaquez, and why has he been hooping?
He's a
Been
baller.
hooping. He's been hooping his ass off. So that's the good out of the East. The bad, the Wizards are 1-10. They are on a 9-game losing streak. The Pacers, they are 1-10. They are on a 5-game losing streak. The Nets, there are 3 teams in the East that are 1-10.
Wow.
The Nets are also 1-10.
That's crazy.
So what we were talking about with the East versus the West, yeah, there's a big difference. The Thunder are 11-1. They have been absolutely dominant. They started the year out 8-game win streak, 9 of their last 10. The Spurs are 8-2. The Nuggets are 8-2. The Lakers are 8-3. The Rockets are 6-3. Timberwolves are 7-4. So that's the first 6 teams out of the West. All disgusting right now, playing really well. And we talked about the Suns as a sleeper. They're 6-5 so far. They sit inside the playoff race, and Jalen Green is still out for 4 to 6 weeks. Trailblazers, 8 seed in the West. Just learned that today. Did not know the Trailblazers.
Great basketball player.
Denny Abdi has been hooping. He has been
He's
hooping.
so good, bro.
He's disgusting.
Another
But
guy that got every other day in fantasy hoop, bro. Every other for the longest time.
So I feel like the NBA season, though, so far, I mean, aside from the Pistons and the Spurs, has kind of been going relatively to plan. Kind of relatively what we thought it was going to look like. But we wanted to talk about the Pistons because the other day, Cade Cunningham, as you all probably saw, went off. But bro took 45 shots.
Missed 31 of
Missed 31 of them things. Like, I don't even know if I've ever had a game in my career where I took 45 shots.
Oh, then
Like,
you
I really don't.
tripping.
Yeah,
Nah,
I don't know what.
bro, on my career, I was trying to get my numbers up everywhere. I'm getting boards. I'm diamond. I'm playing D. Like, I'm taking, like, 25 shots. Maximum. But, Pistons, 9-2. I mean, the big things about them so far this year, Duran has been going absolutely stupid. Duran's been going dumb. They added Karis.
He can be one of those, like, Sabonis type of players where it's just consistent double-double, sometimes triple-double if he gets his people going.
He's a rebound.
Duran is just like, he's one of those few centers who plays like a pure center. Like, he's not going to play the perimeter. He's going to play in the paint. He's going to make sure you know that he's right there. Like, he plays well.
Starting to get a little bit better at scoring, too. That's something that we've been saying. Like, he's a dog on the boards, but, like, starting to get that touch inside.
He can be a consistent double-double guy for sure.
And he's the crazier thing. Jalen Duran, so he turns 22 actually like next week.
Yeah.
Even then, he's in his 4th year in the NBA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's in year 4 and he's not even 22
He's been getting better too, if I'm not mistaken. He's been consistently much better every single year.
Oh yeah. So if you're looking at his numbers, so his rookie year he averaged 9 points, 9 rebounds. So he already almost was averaging a double-double off the rip in 25 minutes a game. Then year 2, 14 points, 11.5 rebounds. Last year, his scoring numbers went down because the Pistons were doing really well. They had Malik Beasley going crazy. I think they had Bogdanovich last year, right, too? So his scoring numbers went down, but still he averaging 12 and 10 last year on 70% from the field. And then this year, he's playing less than 30 minutes a game. So far this year, he's on 19.5 points a game, 12 rebounds, over a block, over a steal, shooting 65% from the field.
In less than 30 minutes, bro.
In less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So the Pistons, pretty legit right now. Shout out the Pistons.
Asar, too. He's looked really well when he's played.
Asar.
Mm-hmm.
The Pistons give me like, I'm not saying they're going to be a dynasty, but it gives me like the younger Warriors vibes. Like when you kind of like they had that young core and they're all challenging each other every day
Yeah.
to get better and they all want to be great and you just kind of get that feeling. Like
This was the
Right.
Detroit Pistons that honestly, like people wanted. Like people felt for the Pistons when they had, like they knew they had Duran, they knew they had Cade. They were just too young, weren't experienced enough in an East that was competitive. Now you have an East that's not that competitive, and you have people that are more experienced. And Cade is on his Kobe Bean stuff. Like if you need him to take over, he can clearly take over.
45 shots.
I was gonna say
But
that is
he won though, like
Yeah.
he won
it is
though. Like,
that is
if it was 45 shots in a loss, I'd be like, okay, you doing a little too much. He might have needed the 44, 45 to win the game. You never
I think
know.
didn't he hit the game winner?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true. I know that game was really close. It came down to the wire. They went to OT, I want to say.
I didn't watch it. I just know, like, when I said I didn't, I seen that, like, he had 46. You guys told me, yeah, for 45 shots. Like,
Right. Yeah, I think the craziest thing about that is 31 shots, most missed shots since Kobe Bryant missed 30 in a game, and I don't even know what year that was, but that's at least 10 years
It
ago.
was like, yeah, it was a long time ago.
It could have been the last game he ever had because he shot like 50.
No, yeah, he still didn't even shoot bad. Well, it wasn't great, but I think he was like 20. I think he was like 22 for 50 in his last game or something like that, which is like still like around 45%. Like it's not horrible, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you take 50, sometime maybe good. The one thing I want to, if y'all saw it, did you see how the Cavs lost to the Heat the other day, bro?
Yes,
Dude,
and that's horrible coaching.
Dude.
Horrible coaching. That's the
Dom,
only
I
thing
know,
you can
I
do
know
with
Mobley
4
is our
seconds to go.
guy. Why did Mobley run straight out of the goddamn paint to the
Coaching,
fucking
bro.
corner to try and stop somebody in the corner and just leave the paint wide open?
If you have
Yeah,
0.4
that
seconds,
was
right, and somebody's facing away from the basket, those 0.4 seconds are going to be needed to point to the basket. That's the only shot you can get off with 0.4 seconds is an alley-oop.
Steph Curry cannot shoot a shot with 0.4 seconds on the clock, bro. Like, you literally have to shoot a trick shot with 0.4 seconds on the clock, or you throw an alley-oop, which is going to happen every single time. Like, oh my god, that game pissed me off. But the other night in the NBA, so it was that same night that Cade dropped 46 and the Cavs loss happened, was also like the same night Desmond Bane hit a game winner. This was the other night. Who else? Somebody else had a game winner. Cooper Flagg had like 25, 6 and 5 or something like that. Like that was a wild night. I will say, while we're on the topic of just NBA, I want to just talk about some random guys that just been hooping. Like, let me look at right now so far this year.
Out of my head, bro.
I already got
I
one
think
too. I mean,
I
Josh
already know what you're
Giddey.
saying.
Josh Giddey.
Okay, speaking of Giddey, DeAndre Hunter legitimately hurt him on that crossover. Like that's crazy. He's out.
Yeah, he actually, Jared, did you see he really did hurt DeAndre
Yeah,
Hunter?
no, I seen that. I seen it from the start, bro. If you look at it, his ankle was dang near touching the court, like the court floor. It was bad.
That's whew. And then he dumped.
Yeah, and he bodied somebody. And the thing is,
I love
right?
DeAndre.
Like Giddy couldn't even act like he was okay because it was so bad. He just had to stay on the floor.
Because I've fallen and I can't get up.
Literally,
Giddy-
bro.
Easy though, because the Bulls are also at the top of the East, aren't they?
They're one of the top teams in the East. I think I just saw they were like third right now. I think. in the
Where
East.
like there's been a couple like Giddy's had already a few triple doubles this year. Too.
Yeah, so
he's been good.
Giddey so far this year, 21.5 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 9.3 assists,
Damn,
shooting 38.5% from three, which is a career high for him so far, on over 4 attempts per game, which is also a career high for him so far, and he's shooting 46% from the field. He's had games this year. Let's find his wildest game. So his
if like,
Go ahead.
and obviously this is hypothetical, right? If he hits 3 more shots a game, right, 6 more points, that's LeBron numbers. He has the 9 rebounds. He has the 9 assists. He's been playing really great defense. if he didn't have Kobe White and Vucevic, I think, do they still have Vucevic on the team?
Dude, that's
They
fucking.
still do have Vucevic.
If they didn't have these guys, who consistently score, and like obviously you want people who consistently score, but like if he had a little bit more on his plate scoring wise, he could have like a LeBron-esque season.
In terms of numbers, yeah, I mean they're
Yeah.
winning games too. They're winning games too.
Fucking prime
Um,
broke out there.
I'm just looking at some of these leaders right now for stat categories this year. Bro, so crazy. Have you guys actually looked at any of the leaders for
I
stats
look at
this year?
stat leaders.
I have not.
I got a couple surprising ones. So far, I mean, this one's no surprise. The leaders for points this year. So Giannis has won 33.4 so far. Shea, 33 points a game. Maxey, he's third, 32 points a game. Don, over 30 a game. You know who's the fifth leading points per game scorer in the NBA so far this year? Austin Reeves, 30.3 points
Over
per game so
Luka?
far.
He didn't win.
Austin Reeves.
Well, he did have a couple of games where he just went crazy.
Austin
so-
Reeves had a 50, but I think Luca had like a high 40s too. I'm pretty sure. Like it's not like
Reeves. What's
Huh?
he at? What number's Luke at?
let me look at it. First of all, before I get there, Austin Reeves last week, or no, this was a couple weeks ago. He had a 3-game stretch where he scored 28 points, 41 points, and 51 points.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Back-to-back
about. Yeah, he has
That's-
those games so that like even though it's like a small sample size right now, it helps to even him out. Like he's probably gonna be
That's
like 25
crazy,
a
bro.
week.
So Luca, oh, okay, they're capping. Why does it say that? Luca, so far this year, I think it's because they're just saying he hasn't played enough qualified games yet, I guess. Luca's averaging 37 right now.
That's what I thought. I'm like,
Luca's averaging 37.
I was surprised. Wait, so when you said Don, like who'd you say was fourth? Who'd you say Don was?
Donovan Mitchell. So I think this is on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
This is on
When you said
ESPN, and I
Don,
think
was
they're
like,
going off of
okay.
qualified games. But
Okay.
Luca, if you're like 10 games into the year, who cares if Luca played 7? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So and then you got rebounders. This one's not as surprising. Sabonis is averaging 14 rebounds a game. Jokic is averaging 13. Wemby's averaging 13. Towns is at 13 pretty much. Duran's at 12. Jokic is first in the league in assists per game. 12 assists per game right now.
he's a monster.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, so one thing about it, I just want to say it real quick. Russ, the thing that made Russ so great was because he was a point guard averaging 10 rebounds, right? Point guards don't get close to 6. Jokic, we all know how great he is a ball handler and playmaker. It's easy for him to get 10 rebounds, meaning if he's a great playmaker, it's going to be easy for him to get 10 assists. So, theoretically, if he, like, let's say he has a 15-year career, right? Nobody would ever catch him in triple doubles. Nobody.
Jokic will though.
No, he's saying Jokic. He's saying
Yeah,
Jokic.
I'm saying, let's say Jokic, yeah. Jokic is already going to beat Russ. We already know that. Jokic, if he plays like 15, let's say he plays 15 years, right? Because he's not going to play 20. Let's say he plays 15 years, has 12 years where he's close to averaging a triple-double, right? He's going to put up so many triple-doubles, it's going to be impossible to beat that record.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, gotcha.
Nobody's going to be able to beat that record.
No,
Dude, like-
nobody.
Did prime Chris Paul ever even average 12 assists a game? Like, he probably close.
Maybe
Chris-
once or
probably
twice.
close, yeah.
Hey,
I feel like Tom Chris Paul did.
like,
That's totally
It's-
different, though. That's on a whole different level.
it's insane how he's elite at scoring, elite at rebounding, and elite at assisting. Like, it's just like so rare to find.
He's not a liability on defense. Yes,
No.
he's not going to be the best defender out there. He's not a liability.
No, I agree. He used to be worse at. He's gotten way more solid on the defensive end for sure. I know you want to talk about breakout players. I know the Wizards have been dog, but how about Alex Sarr?
So I was gonna say, I'm looking at the last couple things I wanted to hit on. Dom, it is two of the guys you have in fantasy. You know so Alex Sarr is second in the league in blocks right now per game, behind obviously we all know who.
Yeah.
2.5 blocks a game. You know who's third?
It's another one of my guys, man. No, really.
You'll never guess him, too. You'll
I
never
don't even.
guess him.
I don't know.
Ryan Kalkbrenner is third in the league in
What is
blocks
his
per
last
game
name?
right now.
Yo, what?
Taxi Squad gang.
Bro, 2.3 blocks a game. Rookie, 10
Who did he
games
play
in.
for?
He's good. He's good.
Hornets. He said who he played for. He on the Hornets, bro. So
Bro.
Ryan Kalkbrenner, Jeremiah. I'm not even gonna disrespect you for not
That name
knowing
is
him.
insane.
He played at Creighton. He played at Creighton. And he's a 7-foot big man that the Hornets just picked up this year. He's a little skinny white dude. And he's out there hooping right now
He's
this year.
like, huge though. He's like 7'2".
Well, yeah. Sorry. Did I call him a little skinny white dude?
He's like 7 though.
He big skinny white dude. Big skinny
Yeah,
white.
6 points. Something walking game. He's definitely good.
Also, I know you know who else is balling out? Cedric Coward.
Hooping.
He's on the Grizzlies. He's a baller.
Hooping.
He's been one of the best rookies this year so far.
100%. I think now we took so long on the NFL, and we're trying to make these about an hour and a half. So we'll talk a little bit more about some of the breakout players for NBA next week. We could talk about that more. I want to just talk about UFC real quick, the event this weekend. I know Jerry, I know you're not the biggest UFC guy. Obviously, still chip in when need be, but I kind of want to.
I know Makachev, bro.
Oh yeah, of course you know Islam. Of course you know Islam.
Yeah, dude, this card is stat. This could be one of the greatest cards ever. Like, they have the lineup they have on this card is insane.
So we got. Let me look through it here.
I know, and then leave Makachev for last.
Whole main card is bangers.
Yeah, no, we'll leave Makachev for last. I'm trying to pull up the whole thing. Normally, Google lets me just pull up the whole thing, and it's really acting very different on me right now.
I know it's okay. So I know it's Beneil, and I forget who he's fighting though. And then it's Carlos Prates.
He's fighting Benoit Saint Denis.
Okay, BSD and Beneil. It's
Yeah, here it is. Here we go. I got it pulled up. So we got the best prelims. You got Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. We all know Bo Nickel, one of the best college wrestlers of all time. Roman Kopylov versus Gregory Rodriguez. RoboCop is a prelim. That's crazy.
That would be great, bro.
Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez is a prelim. That's insane.
Bro. That's
one of the first fights. Actually, that one doesn't matter. Gerald Mearstart is a veteran, but who cares? But those 3 fights are a prelim. Those are a prelim. Those all 3 could be main card fights on a decent card, like an average main card pay-per-view. The worst main card fight, you got Beneil Dariush, Benoit Saint Denis. Then you got Leon Edwards, Carlos Prates. Then you got Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. That's 18-1 versus 18-0, by the way. And that's the 3rd fight on the card. Then you got Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Wei Li. Banger! Wow. Banger! Those are the 2 most entertaining women to watch fight. And they going at it, bro.
Women's fight of all time.
It really could be, bro. It really could be. And then you got Islam.
Bro, 1 and 2.
And then you got Islam JDM. So we'll go over the main card. Beneil Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis. Right now, the odds are Benoit Saint Denis, BSD, he's the favorite. Beneil Dariush is the underdog. I personally give me Beneil Dariush. What you thinking, Dom?
That one's tough because Beneil just had a really good fight. Kind of
he's always up and down, bro.
No, BSD also though, he's coming off a win. Who did he beat last? Because he beat someone where I was like, okay, that's a solid fight. I would probably lean.
He beat Rufy. Remember, he submitted Rufy.
I would probably lean BSD here. I'm not doubting Beneil definitely could put up a great fight here, but I think that BSD is a more well-rounded fighter. So I would say BSD.
What do you think, Jerry?
I'll take the underdog. I love underdogs in UFC, bro. I don't know much about these fighters. I know about a couple of them that you said. Listen, yeah, underdogs are just like in UFC, especially the one thing about UFC, and a lot of people know this. It only takes one shot. It only takes one shot. It only takes one good positioning or like one bad mistake on the ground, and you're done. So it's like,
Yep, it's very true.
Speaking of which, one shot dead. We got Leon Edwards,
yeah.
Carlos Prates. Leon Edwards is currently underdog, same odds as that other fight, minus 185 versus plus 155. Prates is the favorite. I'm gonna take Leon. I'm gonna take Leon. Leon's on a 2-fight loss streak, but those 2 losses are Bilal and Sean Brady. Those guys, elite fighters. Carlos Prates, his last fight looked like he still might not be ready for prime time yet. That's kind of what it looked like.
Who was his last fight?
His last fight was, let me pull it up here. It was
Warrior.
So sorry, I was thinking about from 2 fights ago. Why was I was thinking about John Silva. I mix them up sometimes. I was thinking about John Silva. Prates is ready for prime time. He lost to Ian. He lost to Ian Gary. He lost to Ian Gary, but then they gave him like a mid-tier fighter, and he mopped Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal got mopped. He destroyed Jeff Neal. So it's clear like they gave him that chance of like, okay, you're gonna fight this elite guy, and then the elite guy beat him. So they're like, let's tone it down a little bit. And then Carlos Prates was like, nah, I'm beating his ass.
For this specifically, bro, I remember we were watching ESPN and they were on there like, "Give me Jeff Neal, give me Jeff Neal."
Dude,
like, they were easy saying, "Give me Jeff Neal," and we were
they were all like lock of the night, bro. Jeff Neal.
That was their lock of the night, and he just whooped him, bro. That one is close for me too, because like you said, I mean, Leon Edwards, we're talking about champion Leon Edwards, who beat Kamaru Usman, one of the greatest welterweights of all time, back-to-back fights. This is going to be a striking match. So, like you said, Leon lost to 2 guys who can grapple. The last two fights, Sean Brady is an elite grappler. Bilal's a really good grappler too. This is gonna be a great fight. I'm like so torn on this one. I would say value wise, picking Leon is like a great value pick. Yeah, I would go Leon. But Carlos is so nice. Like he can.
Carlos is nice. Carlos is really nice.
The fight with him and Ian Gary mopped him for the first 4 rounds, but that 5th round, he almost knocked him.
He gave himself a chance.
He hit him a couple times where Ian's like, "Oh God, I don't want," and he just pretty much backed up the rest of the time.
Yeah,
the other 4 rounds. So it's like Carlos has that knockout power, but I will go Leon. I think he's a little more skilled when it comes to those exchanges, just like in how precise he is. So I'll go Leon, but I don't doubt Carlos can put him out for sure.
And then we got the last 3 big ones after that. Sean Brady, Michael Morales. That one, I'm going to go Brady, but Michael Morales is going to make that a dogfight. I just think he hasn't had the elite competition yet. Like, he beat the shit out of Gilbert Burns. There was no chance that Gilbert Burns had in that. It was so easy. Michael Morales. Yeah, that was his last fight. But Michael Morales. What? What'd you say?
I said, what are the odds for that fight?
Michael Morales is plus 120. So, because again, he looked so good that they're like, he could get Sean Brady, even though Sean Brady has fought much better people. Vegas thinks Michael Morales ready for prime time. Jerry, after this podcast, bro, please tap into some of the UFC highlights on some of these dudes we're talking about. Did you end up ever watching Azamat too? Did you end up ever watching Azamat when we talked about it, bro?
No.
He's nice too.
Nah, you gotta tap in, bro.
So you said you Sean Brady though?
I would go Sean Brady. I would go Sean Brady.
I think I would also take Sean Brady.
You said Morales was the underdog?
Yes.
I know who
he's
Michael
the one who's
Morales
18-0. Yeah.
Yeah, I know who Morales is. I'll go with
he's
him.
different. And his also Jerry, his wingspan, or his reach. Sorry, Michael Morales has a 79-inch reach. Sean Brady has a 72-inch reach.
It's gonna be a lot of Sean Brady.
Wow. Yeah.
But again, Azamat ended up whooping ass, and he was the one who had the much shorter reach last week or last time we were talking about UFC. So reach doesn't always mean everything, but It can make a difference to somebody that knows how to use it the right way. Next one, we got Valentina and Zhang Wei Li.
I love this fight, bro.
I wish, dude, this is one of those where I love both of them. Like, they are both my favorite female fighters by a mile. So I'm going to be sad either way who gets knocked out, but like happy for the other person still at the same time.
Right.
In this one, Valentina's the favorite. She's minus 130. Zhang is plus 110. I personally am going Zhang. I'm going with Zhang. I don't even like. They're both so elite at everything that it's just pick your poison. Like, they both can wrestle, they both can strike well, they both have quick hands, they both mix it up well. Like, there is no holes to either of their mixed martial arts game. None.
Valentina has how many losses? 2?
Valentina is 25-4-1. Zhang is 26-3-0.
Is this their first meeting?
Yes. First time they ever fought, because Zhang is moving up. That's why I personally have Valentina. I know that she lost to Amanda Nunes twice. Who else did she lose to? She was having wars with Alexa Grasso, right? I'm pretty sure she lost to...
What are you talking about? You talking about Valentina?
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentina, I remember. I don't know if she was the one who lost to Grasso though.
I'm pretty sure she lost to Grasso once. They tied, and then she beat her. I'm pretty sure that's her tie.
Yeah. Yep. They went loss, draw, win, back to back. That's what Valentina's looked like.
I'll take, like you said though, they're both of these fighters are so elite, and if this fight wasn't happening and they stayed in their own divisions, it's like those two girls could be champ for who knows how long. So it's like, I'm going Valentina mostly because Zhang is the one coming up. So that means she's naturally just a little smaller. But they're both so good. I mean, it could go either way. I really think this will be a top 3 women's fight of all time. I do. They're 1 and 2 pound for pound. It's gonna be a war. I'm so excited for it. And like you said, they're both so likable. But give me Valentina.
Jerry, what you think? I know you got to know about Valentina and Zhang, bro. They too disgusting.
I definitely do. See, Valentina, I want to go with Valentina just because, like, I don't like Zhang moving up. But, like, I also don't, like, I know what Zhang is, and I love watching her. Like, she has the nasty submissions, right? Like, she has some.
They both. They both are just so balanced, like straight up. They both can submit. They both can fight. I mean, on the ground. Everything.
I've been going with underdogs. I'm gonna just still go with the underdog. I'm gonna just go with Sean.
The last one, main fight of the night: Islam Makhachev, Jack Della Maddalena. Islam, he's moving up. They are fighting at welterweights. They're fighting at 170. Islam 27-1, Jack Della Maddalena 18-2. JDM looked great. Recently, he's been doing a great job of mixing things up, his unorthodox striking. But I feel like we all know what's gonna happen. Islam's just gonna wrestle him to death, bro. Yeah. Islam's gonna wrestle him to death.
I'm actually curious what the odds are. I think
they give Jack a solid chance. They have Jack at plus 225, Islam at minus 275.
That's honestly a lot closer than I thought. I agree. I don't think this is going to be very close, to be honest. I like respect the fight. Like, it makes sense. Obviously, we have basically 2 champions if you think about it, because you have Islam, who just gave up the belt, and then JDM, who has the belt. But it's like you said, Islam is just going to wrestle him. He's going to do what we thought that Bilal was going to do, pretty much. Which was like, he should have been able to wrestle him a lot more, but Islam is just gonna. And the thing is, Islam can stand too. Like, he can stand on.
He can stand.
He can throw.
He can stand.
I don't see that being much of a fight. And Islam, he's number 2 pound for pound for a reason. So,
But I'm
Give me
still so excited about that
It's gonna be
fight.
great.
I do think Jack has a chance. I'm not gonna act like he doesn't have a chance, but I just think the wrestling is it's obviously I mean it's been
you
happening
always have
for
the UFC.
you do.
Like you
You
said, bro,
do.
it's one punch, bro. Change the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, for the sake of Jeremiah and his sleep time, we're gonna close this one out, guys. I need it too. Dom's awake. You're
It's
awake,
just
Dom.
been a long. It's been a long couple of days.
I did well.
Me too, man.
I took a nap today, so I've
Yeah,
got
Dom,
That's a
Dom's up,
luxury
man.
I don't have. I can't take naps. Like I just
All
can't. My
right.
body won't let me do it.
Let's get our energy for this outro real quick. Everybody, thank you for listening to Deep in the Bleachers. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.